Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of what if Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because after this I'm going to be giving you a new episode of what if Naruto took his training seriously, so stay in tune for that. And over on Anime King 2, I'm going to be giving you a brand new episode of what if Naruto was taken by Orochimaru, and also what if Naruto was neglected by his family. So stay in tune for all of those lovely what ifs coming your way guys, and I hope you enjoy each and every one of them. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both channels, go ahead and press that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, to do a bit of a recap, Naruto was placed on a one-man team by himself alone, seeing that he allowed Sarutobi to meet Nege, Asuna, and Evangeline, and the Kyuubi, as they will be the one that will be training Naruto. Naruto also went out on a drinking date with Anko, as the both of them enjoyed themselves and drank a lot of sake. After that, Naruto went off as he saw Kiba, who was trying to force Hinata to go on a date with him, and Naruto knocked down Kiba like he was nothing. He then brought Hinata to go and eat something, as Hinata was happy, as Naruto told her never believe that she is weak because she is strong. Naruto then sent more of his clones to go and do some normal D-Rap missions around the village. He then searched for of death as he came upon one of Orochimaru's bases. As Naruto inspect everything first, the Kyuubi allow him to copy all of the information into the mindscape, and then Naruto went off to get Sarutobi as he informed Sarutobi about the hideout. Sarutobi then informed Ibiki about it as they went through the place searching for any traps, and they went through all of the research. Naruto also went into his mindscape while Evangeline, Asuna, and Negi, all of them teach him magic, as Naruto was able to conjure up 159 arrows in just a couple of hours, as Negi was surprised that Naruto was able to use so much, and it took him a very long time to use magic, as they were proud of him. But because of Naruto's shadow clone, he was learning very quickly. So for the rest of the day, they teach him more magic, as Evangeline, she had dark magic because she's a vampire, and she teach Naruto about that as well, and Naruto is getting the drift of it. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch your cards to players and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Naruto finished sealing all of the things in Orochimaru's hideout, which he was going to hand over to Sarutobi himself, as he was heading to the Hokage's tower. As Naruto went in and he opened the door, he saw Team 8, Team 7, and Team 10 standing in front of Sarutobi, who was sitting down at his desk. "Hey old man, am I interrupting something important?" Naruto asked as he entered and shut the door. "Yeah you are, Naruto, you idiot. Get out of here," said Sakura. "Get lost, dope," said Sasuke, as Kiba glared at Naruto, as Kiba was still angry at him for stopping him to taking out Hinata. Now, settle down. I was actually hoping that you would be here, Naruto," said Sarutobi. "Why exactly were you expecting me?" Naruto asked. "These are the team that pass and become genin. I want you all to know who you're going to be working with in the future," Sarutobi explained. "You mean Team 7 really passed the bell test?" Naruto asked as he was surprised. "Of course, with skills like mine, how could he fail me?" Sasuke asked arrogantly. At this, Naruto simply rubbed his forehead in frustration. "Let me guess, the council forced you to pass them, right?" Naruto asked as he looked at Kakashi. "Did you even tell them that the test was about teamwork?" Naruto asked. Kakashi rubbed the back of his head. "Well, arrogance caused memory loss," he said, as he glanced at Sasuke. Now, Naruto, I am sure Kakashi can handle it," said Sarutobi. "Anyways, now that you all have met each other, you're dismissed. I need to talk to Naruto," said Sarutobi. I want to hear about what mission the dope is going on, Sasuke said. Tough luck, you can't, said Naruto. I'm a Uchiha and I demand you to respect me, said Sasuke. You could be 10 Uchihas for all I care. This mission is classified, said Naruto. A vein popped in Sarutobi's forehead as he then told Sasuke to leave with a booming tone. Sasuke frowned at Naruto as he just walked out. After everyone left and Naruto placed a few seals on the door for privacy, he handed over the mission report and a scroll to Sarutobi. So, you got everything you need? Sarutobi asked. Unfortunately, no. I got all the data in the hideout. But the seal that Orochimaru placed on Anko, I still don't know how to apply it or how to trigger it. Without those, I wouldn't dare try to risk to remove them, Naruto explained. That is troublesome, said Sarutobi. However, there is a lack of equipment to apply those seals, so I am sure that it was applied somewhere else in some other lab. We do have some information from the old lab, but Orochimaru used some seals to destroy it. But some information were still left behind. So you want to check them over? Sarutobi asked. That would be good, said Naruto. Sarutobi then wrote down something on a paper as he handed it to Naruto. Very well, here you go. Permission to access those classified files, said Sarutobi. And with that, Naruto headed off. As he exited the Hokage's tower, he saw the other Genins waiting for him. Alright, dope. Tell me what your mission is, Sasuke demanded. As he stepped in front of Naruto. Any reason why you're all still here? Naruto asked, completely ignoring Sasuke. We were all going to eat some barbecue to celebrate to become Genins. We were waiting for you, Choji said. Well, what are we waiting for? I haven't had lunch yet, Naruto said with a grin. A few minutes later, they enter a food shop. As Naruto sat between Team 8 and Team 10, well, between Hinata and Ino, Team 7 sit on the opposite side of the table. As they waited for their orders, Shikamaru decided to break the ice. So, Naruto, why didn't you show everyone your true power until now? Not that you show your full power yet, Shikamaru asked. Nothing gets past you, does it? Naruto said, amused. When did you figure it out? Let me guess, it was when you saw me practicing that fire jutsu a couple years ago. Nah, before that, when I saw you reading a scroll in class during the history lesson. Seals aren't something Academy students usually study. Naruto chuckled. Well, let's just say for my reason, now that I am a ninja, the civilian council has little to no influence over me. Naruto said as their orders arrived. Say no more, I get it, said Shikamaru. So, Naruto, how strong are you? Shikamaru says that you hasn't shown your full power yet, Ino asks. Well, I never compare to anyone. I don't know. About Chunin level, maybe, Naruto said with a shrug. Ha, like a dope like you can become Chunin. I can beat you without a sweat, said Sasuke, who has been quiet the entire time. So can I. I will show Hinata what real strength look like, Kiba said as he gave Hinata a smirk, as she turned her head, as Naruto chuckled as he looked at Kiba. Well, that explained yesterday, when you kicked my ass, am I right? As Kiba turned his head and huffed, knowing that Naruto knocked him down with one single move. It doesn't matter how strong you are, you cannot beat my Sasuke, said Sakura. I can do more than beat him, I can tear him limb from limb, said Naruto. Alright then, you're on, Sasuke said as he got up. Fine with me, I wanted to try something new anyway. You will be my first human target. After we finish eating though, I had a lot of training and missions this morning, and we will do it at your team training ground, Naruto said. Why, don't want to get beaten on your own turf? Kiba said. Nah, it's not that. You guys cannot enter the forest of death without permission. As all of them were surprised when they hear that. So they went and finished their meal as they all went there. As they met up with Kakashi, Asuma, and Kurenai as they follow as well. On his way there, Naruto contact with Eva. Eva, what is it? She said. Can I use something else other than a wand when casting spells? It kind of gets in the way, Naruto said. Sure, I recommend you use a ring. Here, I'll send the information to you. Just force it into existence when you get it, said Eva. Naruto did as he was instructed, as he found himself wearing a silver ring. By the way, it's custom made for you, so you can chant your spells in your mind instead of out loud, so you can keep your secrets for a little longer, Eva said, as she left him to his fight. As both Naruto and Sasuke stood on the training field, ready to bow to your superiors, Sasuke asked, as Kakashi walked on the field. Well, let's start this, shall we? Begin, said Kakashi as he jumped back. Sasuke immediately jumped away as he started to throw kunais at Naruto. Naruto dodged the kunais with minimum effort as he was walking up to Sasuke, while chanting in his mind, Sajuka Magica, Sirius Fuldius, said Naruto as he vanished in a blur. He then appeared behind Sasuke as 9 arrows created from lightning shot Sasuke in each of his limbs twice and one in the chest. They were not made to kill him, as Sasuke fell to his knees as he looked up at Naruto. What did you do to me, dope? He said. Oh, don't worry, I beat you in one move. But you won't be able to move for a while, so don't try, said Naruto. What kind of lightning jutsu is that? Those things just appear around you and went right into Sasuke, said Kakashi in awe. You were awesome, Naruto, Ino shouted out as the others arrived on the scene. Never saw anything like it. Lightning chakra is usually visible in blue color, but yours was yellow in a whitish color, just like natural lightning, said Asuma as he was impressed. Naruto downplayed his arrows because he didn't really want to hurt Sasuke, so the arrows didn't take their true form, with the pointed end to stab through him. So that is why everyone is so awed at Naruto's power. Where did you learn it? Kakashi asked curiously, as he wasn't able to copy it with a Sharingan. Sorry, that's a secret. Hokage wouldn't want me to give out that information freely. But I can tell you, even if you know how it works, it wouldn't help you perfect your original technique. Naruto told Kakashi, making him look both surprised and disappointed by just showing his one eye, as that eye showed all emotions. After everyone besides Sakura and Kiba congratulated him, Naruto noticed that Sasuke was finally able to move. As he grabbed a kunai and threw it at Naruto, Naruto caught it as he threw it back at Sasuke, slicing his cheek. It's already over, Uchiha. You lost. Deal with it and lose the attitude in the process. You're starting to get on my nerves. More than you usually do, Naruto said, as Sasuke, Kiba, and Sakura left. Well, I got to go. See you guys around, Naruto said as he started to leave. Hey Naruto, Ino said. Are you heading to the Anko headquarters by any chance? Actually, yes. Why? He asked. Seeing that Naruto told them that he's working with Ibiki in a top secret mission and he couldn't tell them anything else about it. Mind if I come along? I want to tell Dad that I passed my test, Ino said as she got next to him. Sure, I don't mind, Naruto said as the two ran off, leaving an annoyed Hinata behind. As they walked into town, Ino began to flirt with Naruto. As they arrived there, they were stopped by the guards, but the guards then noticed Ino and they saw the permit that the Hokage gave Naruto. Hey Dad, I did it! I passed the test, Ino said happily when they entered Inoichi's office. Congratulations, Ino, said Inoichi. He then looked over at Naruto. Hello Naruto, what brings you here? I heard you finished your mission a few hours ago. I got another one related to it. I need to look at some files that were classified several years ago, and the Hokage said were here, Naruto said, as he showed Inoichi the permit. Inoichi looked over the paper as his eyes went wide. Naruto, this is a permit for all of our archives. Why in the world would the Hokage give you something like this? He asked. Guess he want me to get all the information for this mission, Naruto said with a shrug. Alright, I know a few things about your previous mission, so let me show you where those files are. Inoichi said as he got up and led the both of them towards the archive. As they arrived, Inoichi pointed towards a large bookcase with scrolls and book, as he pointed at a label with a white snake on it. You got to be kidding me, Naruto said as he looked at all the documents. The old man said that most of them got destroyed when he deserted the village. As Naruto thought that it would be a few papers here and there, but this was a lot. Naruto, you aren't allowed to take the documents out of this room, Inoichi said. Nah, it's alright. I'll be done in 5 minutes max, said Naruto as he approached the large bookcase. Kyuubi, can you copy this bookcase like you did with the weapons? Naruto asked mentally. Sure, no problem. Make sure you have your eyes closed though. Wouldn't want anyone to find out, she said, as the bookcase was in arm length. He closed his eyes as he then switched with the Kyuubi, who made a few shadow clones as they covered the bookcase in transparent chakra. It was over in less than 2 minutes and Naruto switched back. Well, I have everything I need, Naruto said as he turned towards the two stunned Yamanakas. What? Did you just read the whole bookcase? Ino asked in awe. No, I just made a copy of all the documents and placed them in my mindscape, Naruto explained. You can access your mindscape? Inoichi asked, very impressed. Yeah, I can, said Naruto. Can I have a look? Ino asked. Naruto went quiet as he discussed it with the others. He then spoke. Sure, he said, as the others told him to just keep her out of the castle and everything shall be fine. As Inoichi asked if he can have a look as well. I see no problem with that, said Naruto, as he walked over and placed his hands on both of their forehead. When the two of them opened their eyes, they found themselves on a grassy plain. Behind them was a large forest. To their left was a cliff overlooking a sea. And before them stood the most largest and complex castle they have ever seen or hear about. Oh my god, said Ino, as her father was speechless, as he couldn't believe Naruto did this to his own mindscape. I can make anything in here, as long as I know about the item, Naruto said, as he blinked and the field in front of him was covered in red roses. Whoa, said Ino, as she went close to the flowers. Hey, I don't want to intrude or anything, but shouldn't something else be here? Or rather someone, Inoichi whispered to Naruto. Naruto pointed towards the mountain as he said only one word, redecorations. As Inoichi looked over there, knowing that the Kyuubi is being held over there. Well, Ino, I think it's time to go, said Inoichi. As Ino sniffed the roses again. Too bad, they're just thoughts, she said, as both of them returned back outside. Well, I have a lot of reading to do, Naruto said, as he excused himself from Inoichi. I should be going as well, Ino said, as she followed Naruto outside. As they came up on the Yamanaka flower shop. Thanks for letting us have a look in your mindscape, said Ino. Naruto closed his eyes as a flower suddenly appeared in his hand, the same one in the mindscape. Here, take this as a souvenir, said Naruto. Thanks, said Ino, as she held on to it. She then surprised Naruto by giving him a kiss on the cheek, as she then ran off, as Naruto chuckled, as he went off to Sarutobi office again. As Naruto went there, he saw two shadow clones with Sarutobi on the sofa, as the clones were doing the paperwork. Hey, old man, I think you gave me a permanent permit by mistake, Naruto said, as he entered and closed the door. Not at all. You're one of the few people in the village that have so much details on Orochimaru's experiment. Considering the incident between Mizuki, it's very possible that Orochimaru will make his move on Konoha in the near future. And as the Kyuubi's vessel, you would be one of his primary targets, just like me. Though in your case, he will try to capture you instead of assassination, Sarutobi explained. Well, that makes it a lot better being captured and experimented on, Naruto said sarcastically, as he then went off. Naruto then went to the Forest of Death, as he made a clone, and went into his mindscape, as he then made 500 shadow clones. As for the next few hours, they went over all the research. As Negi then arrived with the rest of the girls. Find what you need? Negi asked, as he noticed Naruto was a bit green. Are you okay? Negi then said. Oh, I'm fine. I just found out what they put inside of the seal, said Naruto. Oh, what would that be? Eva asked curiously. A crystallized fragment of Orochimaru's soul. In each and every cursed seal he ever made, Naruto said with disgust. But he made hundreds. If that should be the case, then he shouldn't have a soul left, said Eva. Well, he has. It might be small, but it allows him to jump to another body and devour another victim's soul and take control of their body, Naruto explained. Not to mention the influence he would have over the ones marked with the seal. Even the most powerful shinobi would have been weakened if he placed the seal on them before taking their body, the Kyuubi said. Well, at least I found out that he uses fangs and bite down on the victim to where he wants the seal to appear. Knowing this, I can stop the soul fragment or stop the seal from being triggering when Orochimaru is close or the victim is angry. It won't remove the seal, but it won't have many side effects when activating, Naruto explained. What are the drawbacks? Asuna asked. It put a huge strain on the user's body. Furthermore, the more it is used, the more influenced user become. It also corrupts the chakra system, Naruto explained. Well then, I suggest you go home and get some rest. Tomorrow, we will be moving on to more dangerous spells, A-rank spells, and there might be something that can help you out in stopping Orochimaru from placing his seals on his victims, and also removing the seals with the new spells that I will teach you, Eva said, with a grin on her face. What's with the grin? Naruto said. Well, you'll see, said Eva. Time skip. It has been a week, and Naruto found out how to remove the seals, and his life has been literal hell. Because of him being in the mindscape, he told the Kyuubi and Evangeline that he can remove all wounds and all strain from his body, so they pushed him to the absolute limit. What was just 1 week inside the real world was actually 4 months worth of training inside of the mindscape. Right now Naruto was on his break, as he was currently in a shop with a plate of dongos in front of him. As an Anko appeared behind him. Uzumaki, you are required in the Hokage's office immediately. I will escort you there, the Anko said. What's the rush? Naruto asked as he got up, as he was about to eat the remaining dango when he got the answer. Midarashi Anko has returned from her mission, the Anko said, as Naruto sighed as he went to the office. As he got there, Anko rushed up towards him. It was you, she said as she tightened her fist. What did I do? Naruto asked as the Anko then went off. You told him to send me on that mission that I alone could do. After I left, I heard what you found at the Forest of Death. Naruto sighed as he put up the security seal. Have a seat. Anko glared at him as she calmed herself and took a seat. Did Hokage tell you what that hideout was used for? Naruto asked. No, he just told me that it was Orochimaru's, she said. It was entirely dedicated to cursed seals, Naruto said, making her eyes go wide. I personally suggested to the Hokage that we keep you away from it. The moment he said that, he saw the betrayal and angry look on Anko's face. We trust you, said Naruto. Don't misunderstand that. I would never betray you, but something might have been in there to trigger your curse mark. And also, you're not the type that do what you're told. And I also didn't want you to see what was in there to make you think that it could have been you, Naruto said. Alright, said Anko. I get it. Also, I want to give you some good news when you got back, Naruto said, as Anko and Sarutobi turned towards him. And what is that? Sarutobi asked. I can remove it. Huh? Said Anko, as she was shocked. And I also found out a link that it has between Orochimaru. Link? Anko said. Yes, each and every seal contains a fragment of his soul. and I can easily remove it and put something better in its place. Hold on, why and how are there soul fragments in the seal? Sarutobi asked confused. How did Orochimaru fragment his soul? To fragment one's soul is easy. How? Said Anko. By killing. Am I right? Sarutobi said. Yes. However, over time, the fragment may reattach if the mentality is good. What are you talking about? Said Anko. For starters, you must not be a murdering lunatic, said Naruto. The reason you kill and if you regret it also counts. I see. So how did you put it in a seal then? Sarutobi asks. Well, there are several requirements for that. The very hard one is to have a very dense chakra and a very vast source of it. You also need cage level control and a very strong willpower. And to also put the soul fragment in the seal, Orochimaru has to bite down on the person as he put his enzymes with the soul fragment inside of it, along with his chakra. Yes, physical contact would certainly be required. Final question, said Anko. Why? Well, for one, the soul fragment made the host trust Orochimaru more than they would do. It then corrupts your chakra system, limited the amount of chakra that you can use without activating the seal and going mad. Also, it activates the seals when the host is going through a dark path, feeling dark emotion. Anything else? Sarutobi asks. Well, yeah, it can weaken the host if Orochimaru is close enough and he wants to do that. It occasionally causes pain to the user until the seal is pushed to level 2. Level 2? Anko asks. Yes, thankfully your seal is just level 1 and it covers your body with tattoo when it's active. Level 2 is an entirely different physical transformation. To make the story short, it turns you into a monster, said Naruto, as Anko shiver hearing that. The hideout has hundreds of them in display. So what's the final purpose of the seal? Asked Sarutobi. As I'm sure you both know, Orochimaru is obsessed with immortality. By constantly removing pieces of his soul, the part that remains in his body is very small. Small enough to slip into someone else's body and take over. To be precise, said Naruto. You mean he can take over someone's body like a Yamanaka? Anko asks. Yes, but it's permanent. He's more like a leech than anything. You see, he devours the soul of his new host, Naruto explained. You mean to tell me that he can take over anyone's body? Sarutobi asks, as he was now pale. Well, yes, but if his willpower isn't strong enough, or the person has something to live for and wants to go on, he will be devoured. That is where the curse mark comes into the picture. He placed these curse marks on people so he can weaken their drive and their willpower to take them over easily, said Naruto. Then why didn't he take over Anko when she survived the seal? Sarutobi asked confused. I am pretty sure he prefers someone who has a bloodline, Naruto said. And besides, Anko was just a little girl back then. Wouldn't a younger body be more preferable? Sarutobi asked. It would. But I heard that Orochimaru is into younger boys, Naruto said, as he chuckled, as the two chuckled as well. So, Naruto, what would you replace the seal with? Sarutobi asked. A new ability, said Naruto. So, I will be able to breathe fire or something like that? Anko asked. No, it's something else, said Naruto. The ability to control the element of shadow. You mean like the Nora clan? Anko said. No, they simply can control shadows around them. What I'm talking about is much more potent. More potent than the Naras? Sarutobi asked, intrigued. Like I said, the Nara clan only controls shadows. I am talking about the ability to control and create and make physical objects out of them, Naruto explained. Create shadows from nothing but chakra? Is that even possible? Sarutobi asked in awe. Instead of responding, Naruto reached behind him as Anko was about to ask what he was doing when streams of shadow came from his right hand and wrapped around her and created a blade from the shadow. Tell me, Naruto, how can you use this? You don't have a cursed seal, do you? Sarutobi asked as the shadows went back to Naruto, releasing Anko. No, in reality, it's a technique used a long time ago. The Nara clan is probably a descendant of those people. So, in use, they gained the bloodline to control shadows, but they didn't gain the full ability to create and make weapons out of it. Wow, that was really awesome. What else can it do? Anko asks. Well, in your case because of a seal, you will gain an armor of shadow when you activate the seal. At some point, you should be able to create shadow puppets. You can even make clothing for yourself from shadows, but you need a lot of concentration to maintain any of them. When can you do the procedure? Saratobi asks with a wide grin. Hold on a sec. He's doing the procedure? When does he know about seals? Anko asks in shock. I thought you would be doing it. Naruto knows as much, and maybe more than I do. He took care of all the trapped seals all over the hideout, said Saratobi. Besides, only I can give you the power of the shadow. You will be the only person to have this, other than me, Naruto explained. And what do you want in return? I kind of doubt you're doing this. From the goodness of your heart, Anko asks. Well, believe it or not, I am actually doing it for free. Only thing I ask is that you use these abilities in Training Ground 44 for privacy and keep me up to date with your progress. Why? Why are you doing this? Anko asks in a calmer voice. Well, I had a seed a long time ago that screwed up my life, but now everything has changed about that. And I want to give you a chance as well to not let this seal mess with your life, he said. I accept, said Anko. So, when will you do the procedure? Saratobi asks. Well, I have everything that I need. Tonight there will be a new moon. The best condition for the element of shadow, said Naruto. Any particular location for it where I could arrange? Saratobi said. The tower in Training Ground 44 would be perfect, said Naruto. Very well. I want to be there when it happens, and I will bring Ibiki as well. Is that alright? Saratobi asks. As long as you authorize them, I have no complaints, Naruto said. But Anko might. I would? Why? Anko asks. Your upper body will be completely naked. The seal that I will draw is on your back. But some will reach your front as well. Normally, Anko wouldn't care about that. But now, she feels a bit nervous. While being naked in front of Naruto. Just add Kurenai to the group as well. I don't want to be the only girl there, Anko thought. Very well, said Saratobi. But guys, we'll be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And yeah, stay in tune for what if Naruto took his training seriously. And also on Anime King 2, what if Naruto was neglected by his family? And also, what if Naruto was taken by Orochimaru? But for now guys, I'm out. Peace.